Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and it's the final match day of a Bundesliga. The season is gonna end today, and it is pretty much done and dusted. We know the two teams that are gonna get relegated. We know the team who's gonna play the relegation promotion playoff. A game in Heidenheim. We know the champions already in Bayern Munich, but there are still 4 or 5 teams fighting it out for those European places. Frankfurt, Freiburg, Dortmund, Leipzig, all of them are in contention for those European places, and the fact that two of them are going to play each other, it is still all to play for those 4 or 5 teams. We still don't know who's going to be in the Champions League, who's going to be in the Europa League, who's going to be in the Conference League as well. So, and it is going to be quite an interesting final day for all of those teams. So let's go ahead and make our prediction. The first game, it is Hoffenheim versus Bayern Munich. It is 15th versus first. Hoffenheim are, they need, they need to have quite a bad game, if I'm being very honest with you. They need to lose about like 7 to 8 goals from Bayern Munich, and then Heidenheim have to win a game with about a 2 goal margin to somehow change the statistics and push Hoffenheim from 15th to 16 and put them in that relegation promotion place. It is still mathematically possible. It can still happen, but it feels like it is going to be it is like a massive gamble at the moment. Their form has not been that good. They are playing against a Bayern Munich side who are the champions, who are flying high, and everything is going on for them. And to be very honest with you, if there's one team who can really put 6 or 7 goals past you, it is Bayern Munich. So Hoffenheim are going to be wary of that. I think the main goal is going to be today to just draw the game, or if they are going to lose, don't lose with a big such a big margin, which I don't think it is going to happen, but I think they are going to lose. I'm going for a very comfortable 3-0 win for Bayern Munich. It is Heidenheim versus Werder Bremen. Up next, it is 18th versus it is 16th versus 8th. Sorry, Heidenheim, unfortunately, as I said, they need a miracle. They need a lot of help from Bayern Munich to push a lot of goals past Hoffenheim, and then they have to win sort of with a bigger margin against Werder Bremen themselves. Werder Bremen, on the other hand, they have an outside chance of somehow qualifying for that Conference League. I don't think that's going to happen because they need to win with a bigger margin as well, and they need to hope that Leipzig or Mainz have quite a bad game and they end up losing, which I don't think is going to happen, especially with such a bigger margin. I think this game is going to be quite a fun one. I think we can expect goals in this game, but I don't see a winner in this game. I'm going for a very entertaining 1-1 draw between Heidenheim and Werder Bremen. Up next is Mönchengladbach versus Wolfsburg. It is 10th versus 12th. Two teams who have had an horrendous end to the season. A couple of months ago, both of them were in contention for those European places, but the last couple of months have been really bad for both of them. None of them have won a single game in the last 7 games. So coming into this game, both of them are in an abysmal run of form, and I don't think they are going to end the season with a victory. We are going to get a draw, and I don't expect a goal in this game as well. I'm going for a 0-0 draw between Borussia Mönchengladbach and Wolfsburg. Moving on, it is Augsburg versus Union Berlin. It is 11th versus 13th. Yet another couple of teams who have not had a really good last couple of months. Winless in their last 6 games, both of them. And coming into this game, again, Augsburg have a chance to somehow climb into the top 10 if results go in their favor. So I think they are going to push for that. They are the home side as well. And I think it's not going to be a fun game. Sorry, I don't think it's going to be a fun game to watch, but I think somehow Augsburg are going to make it. I'm going for a very hard-fought 1-0 win for Augsburg. Then it's Borussia Dortmund versus Holstein Kiel. It is 5th versus 17th. Now, Dortmund are a point of those Champions League places. They are a point behind Freiburg. They are 3 points behind Frankfurt as well. They are playing against a Holstein Kiel side who are already relegated. I mean, it has been already been decided. Unfortunately, Holstein Kiel are going to go down back to Bundesliga 2. Holstein Kiel's form is not really good. Dortmund, on the other hand, are on an amazing run of form. They are undefeated in their last 7 games. They have won 4 in a row as well, and they're the home side, and they are in a spectacular form, and I don't see any other result apart from a Dortmund win. And I think they are going to win, and they are going to win big, and they are going to hope that other results go in their favor at the same time. I'm going for a very comprehensive 4-0 win for Borussia Dortmund. We then have RB Leipzig versus Stuttgart. It is 7th versus 9th. Now, Leipzig at the moment are on 7th position. They're out of those European places, just a point behind Mainz, who are 6th in that Conference League spot. And Leipzig would love to go back to Europe. I mean, they played in the Champions League this season, although the season was not good in terms of that competition. but they still would want to be in Europe, and they need to win this game, and they need to hope that other results go there in their favor. But their form has not been that good. 1 win in their last 5 games, and that was about a month ago. The last 4 games, 3 draws and a defeat, playing against a Stuttgart side who themselves are not in a really good form, but the last couple of games have been wins, so they have a bit of a momentum coming into this game, and I think it will quite an entertaining game, interesting game, and I think it will be a very hard game for Leipzig. They need to fight tooth and nail to get 3 points in this game, but I don't think, unfortunately for them, it's gonna happen. We are gonna get goals in this game, but we are not gonna get a winner out of this game. I'm going for a 2-all draw between RB Leipzig and Stuttgart. Then it's a massive game. It is a Frankfurt versus a Freiburg. It is third versus a fourth. Frankfurt are 2 points ahead of Freiburg. They are 3 points ahead of Borussia Dortmund. They are going into this game with a better goal difference than Freiburg and a better goal difference than Borussia Dortmund, but the difference is just 3 goals. So anything can happen. By the end of the day, Frankfurt could end up being out of those Champions League spaces, and the same could be said about Freiburg as well. So it's a massive game. Anything can go ahead, and I'm going to do the live stream for this Frankfurt and Freiburg game as the other games are going, but we're going to do a live stream for this game, especially because of how important this game is in context of the Champions League places. I think it's going to be a very good game of football. Both these teams are in a have been inconsistent in the last month or so, but it is the last game. Anything can happen, and I think luckily for Frankfurt, I think this game is going to end up in a draw, and unfortunately for Freiburg, that is going to mean that they end up out of that top 4 for the Champions League. But still, as I said, anything can happen. But in my opinion, it is going to be a 2-all draw between Frankfurt and Freiburg. Then it's Mainz versus Leverkusen. It is 6th versus a 2nd. The season for Leverkusen is basically done. Everything that had to happen has done. Xabi Alonso is going to leave. They are not going to win the league. They are going to play in the Champions League, so they really don't have anything to play for. Mainz, on the other hand, they are really fighting at the moment to stay in that 6th position, to stay in that Conference League spot. They have Leipzig on their tail, just a point ahead of Leipzig. So it's a massive game for Mainz, and they are the home side, and they're going to try to make sure that if not do better, then they can at least match Leipzig's result. And I think that they are going to be able to do that, because I think Leipzig are going to draw their game, and I think this game is going to end up in a draw as well, and I think there are going to be goals in this game as well. I'm going for a very entertaining 1-all draw between Mainz and Bayer Leverkusen. And the last game of a match day 34 is St. Pauli versus Bochum, a team that came up at the start of the season, and a team who's going to go down at the end of this season. St. Pauli got promoted, and Bochum, unfortunately, they played the last season as well as they played that promotion relegation game. They finished 16th, and unfortunately for them, this time they were not really able to move upward. Instead, they went downward, and they are going to get relegated. Unfortunately, it is going to be their last game in Bundesliga, and they would want to give their fans some sort of a goodbye before going, but St. Pauli are gonna think that it is their best opportunity, the last final game at home against a side who is already relegated, and it is going to be a perfect sort of a final game of the season as a thankful thank you to their fans as well. I am going I'm expecting a great game of football. I'm expecting entertaining game of football, but I expect St. Pauli to edge it in that. I'm going for a very entertaining 3-2 win for St. Pauli. That is it. These are my predictions for final match day of the Bundesliga, match day 34. The league is gonna end today. As I said, I'm going to do the live stream, especially for that Frankfurt and Freiburg game, but of course at the same time all the results are going to be coming in, so I'm going to continue to update you about everything that's going to happen. I'm going to start the stream about 10 to 15 minutes before the game starts, so make sure to join me in the stream. Let me know what you guys think of my predictions in the comment section below as well. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification button, and of course subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of the season, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.